terrors of tripping on pop.
Be there! Scour the spaceways! Explore vast alien worlds!
Tin right here contains the whole rigmarole.
I used to smoke about an ounce of hash every day.
Good.
And it made me go a little bonkers.
Maybe if I occupy his mind with more duties, I can control his space.
Hi.
Big fat
Hi.
doobies.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, hi. Today is Saturday, October 10th, 2020, episode 216 of The Hot Box. I'm Matt. That's Grand. What's up, Grand?
What's up, buddy? How you doing today?
I'm good. Nice rainy weekend here in Oregon.
Yeah, it's getting a little rainy out here right now, too.
Nice.
Now
That's
that I
what
look
we
at
need.
it.
Get these fires out. The
Right.
ones that are still there. Hotbox.earth, that's the website. Hotboxpodcast.com also takes you there. Streaming live here out of our dabs subreddits. Check that out. Definitely catch these shows every Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And you can watch us do the video of the show.
Even though we don't really record it anymore. But
Nah, that's a lot of work.
once
turns
we
out.
find somebody, which if you're listening right now and are interested, hit us up. Let us know. Maybe you can help us out.
Yeah, if you want to shoulder the task of syncing up audio and video from different sources into one cohesive fucking MP4, holler.
Just help out the community. Let us know, because it's not really a paid task. Because we don't really do this to make money. We just do this for fun and because we like doing it.
That's right. We had a good discussion earlier about traveling with your dabs. I guess the virus is gone now, so people are getting back out there and traveling and everything. And like, how do you if you fly, like, how worried, anxious, nervous kind of are you about like bringing stuff with you as far as dabs or maybe even flour, and then making sure that they arrive with you and safe and sound?
I've always just been under the understanding that you don't.
That's
Like,
yeah.
like you just don't.
But then like
I thought,
but then some
like,
airports like will let you if you're
Will
flying
they?
from like in LA, you can fly to like other like Oregon and shit because they're both rec states. I don't
Okay,
think you
so
could fly to like Utah or Idaho or something with it and have that, easy of a
Time.
go at it. Yeah.
I don't. Isn't flight federal or something?
Well, sure.
So isn't it still illegal federally?
I mean, that's what they say. But I mean, is it really?
But what is TSA really looking for? They're there to look for bombs.
Right.
They're not looking for your drugs. But it's also, I think, not the greatest idea to bring, like a pound of flour versus, a couple grams of wax,
If there was rules set up and like shit I could read where TSA is like, if you're flying from this state to this state, you can bring this and this, I'll do it.
Well, that's the
but
thing, though, isn't it? They don't like to like make rules. They release memos that kind of give you an idea of how they might be feeling about a particular issue at a given time. Like right now, maybe we're not that concerned about it. That may change, but right now, feeling pretty fine. And I do think some things do travel better than others, right? Like you can easily pack up a few ounces of dabs, some sauce or something in some nice jars and like pack them up a lot better than you could fly with like a couple pounds of flour as far as like sealing it up and not and having it remain low key. Like
Deja Vu says, remember the x-ray and see the Coke bag in your stomach.
they can't see it up your butt unless they put it up there.
That's true.
Like they got to stick a finger up there first.
So my whole thing was like, if you're the kind of person that is gonna get anxious about that kind of shit, I would either not or I would ship it beforehand. You don't like the last thing you want is to be sitting in that line and just like freaking yourself out about bunch of what ifs that may or may not ever happen. So
I personally would not want to fly with anything. If I'm flying, I'm not bringing anything.
Are
Sorry.
you anxious?
If I happen to find something there, hey, that's all the better. But I'm not going to be flying with shit. That seems like some shit I don't want to deal with, and I got a family and stuff. I want to come home.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fucking spend thousands of dollars because I decided to try to get high while I was going
Right, but maybe you're not trying to get high. Maybe you're just trying to stay well. And maybe you're going to a place where you maybe don't necessarily have like a good hookup or a friend there that can like get you something that you need to get you by, for the time being. But yeah, I guess that
may be true though. But
do
at
you
that
just
point
drive
time,
at that point, or like,
yes, you should drive, and at that point you need to be kind of thinking about where you're going and why. Is it really worth it? Like if you're
Right.
just going on vacation, like. You know what I mean? Is that really a vacation if you're going to be freaking out because you can't bring your medication?
yeah, that's
Maybe you
that's
should
a
be
good
thinking
point.
more about where you're going.
Maybe go to Hawaii. I hear they have good weed there.
Maui.
But the other thing, like I in the past allegedly have always just checked that sort of stuff. Like I just put it in some socks, in some pants, in some checked luggage at the bottom. No big deal. Doesn't smell, and I've never had an issue getting it through. Some people have bigger balls than me and will just keep it in their checked luggage, which that's where I start to kind of cross the line of being like maybe a little uncomfortable or anxious about it, because it's like right there and it's going through this x-ray thing right there with you there. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little different when it's in the check luggage, because then you can be like, oh my, how did that get there, as opposed to like them pulling it out of your pocket or your butt and then being like, well, how did that get there?
How did that get in my butthole?
Gee,
I don't know.
I knew I shouldn't have played poker with those boys last night.
I got way too drunk, man. Did
But
not
yeah.
know I left that there.
And at the end of the day, it definitely comes down to like, how bad do you need it? How nervous are you? How
big are your balls?
big are your balls? Thank you. But
hate you
I
guys
think
sometimes.
mail it to yourself is the easiest. Stick it in your pack luggage or your checked luggage. That's second easiest. And then if your balls are like the biggest, then just fucking fly with it in your pocket and
Put
take.
a slab in your back pocket.
Yeah,
Why not?
why not? The heat'll keep it nice.
So, there is an alleged story that I have.
Oh, please.
So allegedly, when me and my wife got married, allegedly, we went on vacation and we took a cruise. Cruises are a little bit different than flying,
Mhm.
so let's start at that. Allegedly,
Different countries and such, allegedly.
right,
Sure.
right, and like we went to like the Bahamas, allegedly, and I allegedly took one of those like the wax pens that can like screw open and they got the coil showing, so
Yeah,
you could put dabs on there, or you could actually put like the smoke liquid that you vape with
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And in the tip, it opened up, and you could fit about allegedly a gram or so. Now, a gram was allegedly all you needed to get through about a week of drinking and going on the Bahamas and shit like that. And I allegedly walked through it in my pocket. I put it in the fucking, they have the trays to put it in to go through the X-rays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I put it in there twice and walked through because I had to go take a shit at one point in time. We were waiting to get in, so I had to go out of security to go use the bathroom. Or no, I think I went to go smoke because I was a smoker at that point in time. So I went to go smoke, and then I came back in with it in my pocket again and put it back in and allegedly walked right through. And they gave it right to me. And this was before, like, this was really, really big. So people didn't really know about, the whole oil pen.
Whenever
and shit
you
like that.
saw
So
one, 99%.
it was a vape pen.
It was a fucking tobacco pen. Like, nobody
Yes,
knew
yes.
that, oh, yeah, you could also put some sort of weed extract in these things.
And I just allegedly walked my ass right through.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
Zero issues. But again, this is a cruise. It's a lot different than flying. A cruise is not federally regulated. Shit, when you're in international waters, you can slap titties and nobody gives
Yeah,
a
but
shit.
they definitely, you could. They definitely tell you. I mean, you could do that on national waters too, but
My
But
buddy
yeah.
allegedly flew back a bunch of carts and cookies from Canada when he went, and they were allegedly pretty damn good. I
damn,
must say.
that's even more
I
sketch.
must say.
To me, like, that's just poor risk management. Like, how much
Yeah.
how much
is
are you
it-
making
is
off
it
these
worth it at
cookies?
that point?
Max?
International
Like,
shit is like
let's
shit
be
I
real.
will never fuck with. Like,
I wouldn't personally either.
you never go over the border with anything. That's just straight fucking rules to everybody right there. And good life advice: do not try to go over the border with anything.
Yeah, you ain't the cartel. Like you ain't cannabis kid.
You will go to jail for. You will go to fuck me in the ass jail.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real.
That's one to grow on, dog. Shout out Morning Night for the discussion earlier. Thank you and safe
God,
travels. Safe
that
travels.
took a fucking turn.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, though, right?
Body odor rosin?
Personally, I think I
Oh,
would
God.
be more nervous about catching the Rona on a little ass plane. Like, and I know some planes are big. It don't matter how big your plane is. It's still a little ass plane when it gets filled up with
There's
people,
a little metal tube.
and all these people
Right.
are breathing,
Recirculating air.
and like people are still having mask issues. Like, I'm not even trying to go anywhere near an airport or a plane right now. But if you got
So-
to, good luck.
So, Matt, before we get into our next section, one thing I must say, because Vinter already tried to jump right into it,
Oh,
because
yeah.
he can't wait for this discussion.
It's good.
But it is a good discussion. I will give it to him. However, we need to come up, or you need to come up with some kind of jingle like you did for the intro and stuff like that, for go, from the Reddit, or some bullshit like that.
Talking shit from our dads.
Talking shit from our dads.
Actually, this isn't even from our dabs. This is from our sister subreddit, Our Cannabis Extracts.
Still, same thing. It falls in the same category.
User throwaway 716439er is curious about some solventless rosin that tastes and smells like BO.
Now, what do you mean by BO?
Well, I wasn't there. I didn't smell it. All I can really go by is their description of it. They say, bought a gram of solventless rosin from a dude. Shit literally smells and tastes like BO, asshole, sweat, all mixed together. Legit smells like a dude. Legit smells like a dude I went to high school with. Is this safe to smoke? Is it because I'm using a honey straw and not something else? I took one rip and got super high, but almost threw up because of the taste. Don't think I can even bring myself to smoke it again, but I'm just curious. So,
Could you go back through and read the three tastes that
yes,
he
we
described?
have a firm overtone of dude I went to high school with some light back notes of asshole, BO, and a real strong sweaty finish. You're gonna love this pandemic special, let me tell you. Oh, he posted there's an edit with an Instagram link. Let's see what we got
the
here.
Death Star. It's
Oh,
an
this
organic
is
crop.
interesting. Are you familiar with them being up in your neck of the woods? Are you selling BO dabs, bro? Is this you?
Oh wow, they're from Michigan,
Yeah, Traverse City, Michigan.
Traverse City, Michigan. No fucking way. I got family up there.
It's pronounced Traverse.
It's Travers. Travers.
I don't know. I was just fucking with you.
It's Traverse City. Because I'm from Michigan, I should fucking know. And I have family up there, motherfucker.
Yeah, apparently they won a trophy with it for most stinkiest rosin. I don't know what they won.
Death Star.
Or
I've
some
had
cup.
Death Star before, but
And it says we took no other than our famous Death Star Ohio cut, which we were given 6 years ago, the true cut from Ohio. So there can only be one, as you all know. This is all gas, no brakes, probably the loudest on the block, making everyone's number one gas flavor to dab on after they try it once, beating out GMO. Now, the fact that they even name GMO makes me think that that's kind of what it might smell
Taste
like in that, which I don't know. I've smelled a lot of GMO. I don't like it personally because I don't like that. Like, I like
Yeah, I'm
my
not a
weed
fan
to
of it either.
taste more fruity and piney and lemony than like more food like, and it has a weird food smell to it. I just didn't like, but I wouldn't consider it a BO or an
I could see how it
asshole
could start to
smell,
get
but
to that, though.
maybe. And also I didn't have the rosin version of it, so maybe a little extra moisture in there kind of gives it that more BO smell. All the stuff I had was just hydrocarbon, and it definitely
Now-
stunk, but it wasn't like an asshole BO smell.
Now, Vint was telling me earlier about this, and he was saying something about some fucking feet odor or feet terps going on in here.
Yeah.
There was some user on the D8 Discord a while ago.
Was it
Bought
provoked?
bought a 10 grams syringe of D8 from a $10 cartridge and said it smelled like feet. He couldn't use it. He couldn't stand to use it at all because when he opened the syringe and tried to squeeze it out, it just smelled like strong body odor.
Oh my god.
2 other users on the subreddit and Discord reported this too. I mean, this was also the company that was using fake C-cell cards and advertising themselves as $10 cards, like bottom of the barrel, basically.
Was this raw disty though, or is this flavored?
Yeah, I know. Raw distillate in a plastic syringe.
So
They
it's
said
not
it smelled
like
feet.
shitty terps. That's just like a shitty reaction. It sounds like, or a shitty
somebody
finishing.
Then emailed him, and then he said some shit about terps. I don't know. It was sold as raw terp distillate, and then he said it's terps making that smell.
Yeah,
my
is it
God.
though, or did you just get a
Right.
shitty batch?
Is it really terps?
Especially with something like that, because it is so easy to fuck up, and there's so many people doing it without like a real strong knowledge of what they're doing, and then you end up with D8 that's all sorts of colors and has all sorts of smells to it, even though it shouldn't really have any of the smell
shouldn't
or
smell
the
like
color.
anything.
I mean, color is one thing, but like the smell, it definitely distillate by design.
Nature
like,
should not have any
there's no
smell
terps
in it.
in it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if there are terps in it, you just didn't run it right. you're not
And
distilling
or
properly.
was it tainted by something?
Or you're reintroducing shitty terps to it. But if it's raw,
Or
raw
he's just
distilled,
rubbing his feet on it. I mean,
yeah,
we can always consider that option.
you know that's an
That-
option. You know these heady boys, these extract artists, they get bored.
Hey, they're all those Oregon Wooks, man. All this D8's
It's
coming
like
out of
Deja
Oregon.
Vu says in the Hotbox podcast chat channel. It says, "Grandma's feet gitches."
I'm surprised we don't have more shit smelling like Frenchies and stuff.
Hi,
It's
puppy.
like-
I guess it's time to let the dogs out before they start barking.
Look at the puppy. But yeah, that's like a weird big thing that I never would have expected to like go hand in hand, is like extract artists and Frenchies. It's like, could you possibly pick a worse dog? Like, and it's not the dog's fault. Like, that's the way they were bred. They just have shitty genes, and like people think that, oh, that dog that has these awful genes and is probably not going to live a very long life, like, is cute, so we're gonna keep breeding him for our sake. Which is like, damn, that should never have been a thing. Look at that thing, can't even breathe. You're making it run and flex. People are so weird. So weird. But yeah, a bunch of comments. Haha, welcome to Rawson. You probably got a super GMO strain. People talking about motor breath, also having some funk to it.
Yeah, but not that kind of funk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Without actually smelling it, and Grab, we also know that like differences in levels of terps will smell differently, and everyone's
That's
nose
true.
and brain is going to smell it differently.
That's true. That's very true.
But yeah, it's definitely not one that I would gravitate towards. I'm not a
Right,
fan
yeah.
of that funky.
Yeah, that's not
kinda-
my terp profile.
No, definitely not.
So this next one, actually, I found it on the Reddit, and I love this necklace. I want it. Look at this.
Dank
is
Sinatra, 84.
Dank Sinatra 84, and he has literally what looks like a jar sitting on his chest filled with like this yellow gold.
Oh, that's that one dude. That's the
It's
ocean,
what?
Yeah,
dude.
that one dude.
the ocean spray dude,
The ocean spray, dude.
right? The dude that was riding his longboard, drinking ocean spray, and then didn't like ocean spray like sponsor him or some shit. Bought him a truck or something. I don't know the story, but I think that's that dude.
Deja Vu says yes, it is.
Is that dude? Okay, yeah,
I think so.
that's awesome.
That is like one of the most badass necklaces
He's
I've
like
ever seen. and
the
I want
stoner
that.
foo or something. He calls himself on Instagram. Dogface. Is that really his name? Fuck yeah, dude. The stoner foo is dope. We should try and get the stoner foo on the show.
If you're listening, hit us up.
That's right, stoner
We'd
foo.
love to have you on.
He's kind of got that like Jabba the Hutt vibe. Like he's just always smiling and shit. Like nothing can really bring them down. I like it.
Right. Oh, here it is. Oh, is that all gas, no brakes?
Yeah, there's the one. It was to a Fleetwood Mac song. I didn't catch that part.
Just gotta vibe out.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
He went viral by recording himself skating around on a longboard and mouthing songs as he cruises around what looks to be California. It's chill as fuck. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
And singing Fleetwood Mac. Just drinking fucking ocean spray.
I fuck with Chico the long way. Dude gets it. These comments are gold. Hell yeah. Apparently the necklace is a epoxy necklace, somebody said. Scorbs there on the subreddit post. That's pretty cool.
That's so random, and that got him fucking just famous, huh? Just from chilling.
I mean, we know him. Like,
That's true.
we know about him now.
That's true. That's true.
And I think that's probably, makes sense why Ocean Spray would want to get on that and continue the momentum. Like, imagine if we gave Stoner Foo a truck and a bunch of money and more Fleetwood Mac. Can you say viral? What are you?
Is that what we need to do? We just need to save up some money and just like sponsor the fuck out of somebody.
We just need to start. I'll drink rock stars and mouth the words to Wilson Phillips songs. I don't know.
Or Freebird.
Freebird.
I must be driving on.
Hey, what are you 3 minutes late for, bro?
Oh, we're 3 minutes late for the dab.
Just saying.
How dare you? How dare you let me go?
Time.
It is that time.
This episode of The Hot Box is brought to you by Gary's Glass Adventure. Go to garysglassadventure.com and check out his shop for any of your dabbing needs. Gary's Glass has quality German quartz and bangers of all sorts. They come in all sizes, 10, 14, and 18 millimeter. Also available are quality ruby pearls and rigs from a variety of artists. Again, that's garysglassadventure.com. Use promo code R/dabs710 to get 10% off your order. This episode is also brought to you by Sweet Piece of Glass. Spog is an amazing website with lots of great pieces and a large assortment of accessories from artists like Chappelle Glass, Unlimited Glass, and Glassmith. Quartz by Jake Miser and J Red Glass. There's almost nothing you can't find from Spog. Matt always takes care of his customers, and if you're in the Discord, he'll often give you a deal. So join the Discord and check out his shop to pick out your very own functional piece of art. He can be found at sweetpieceofglass.com and in the Discord.
God damn it.
You're all good. Groovy
Barely.
just giving you the business today, huh?
No, Groovy wasn't playing it. I was playing it through my headphones.
Oh. Well, maybe
That's
there's...
how I normally do it through Renaissance.
Don't
Oh.
you love when your torch dies, like, while you're torching it? So you just gotta take the cold hit?
Yeah.
I thought my ad block was finally working Easter Bank. So, that's funny.
It's happened before. Oh, let's see. From our dabs, new post by Yainter. The first post. Don't
Not to
clown
be
me.
confused with Vinter.
No, this is Yainter. It's not bad. Got some nice ups for the for his first post on there.
Yeah, he got a lot of awards on there. So I figured
Interesting.
we'd give him some shout out. Let him know what's up. He took a nice dab.
Have you ever gotten an award?
Me?
Yeah,
No.
me neither.
Make a post and I'll give y'all an award. I got plenty of awards to give.
That's not how it works, bro. You have to find a post that you feel is worthy of the award, like the one I posted earlier.
Well, upload
Like the
a
one I
5 gram
posted
dab.
earlier on my Reddit.
Ted.
Upload a 5 gram dab, and
Ooh,
I think that would be worthy.
I think so too. Let the awards pour in.
Okay, well, would y'all like to talk about the 5 gram dab? Because it has not happened yet, but it is coming.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I want to hype you up more.
All right, so me and Deja were chilling earlier, trying to figure out what for me to dab on, and we were looking, and I was sharing my screen, and we settled on one strain. Rainbow Sherbet. So I
Because
posted
the
that link there.
consistency looked great.
It does.
And it is just like this saucy diamonds, and I have a friend that is going to help me shovel the shit in. So this is live resin rainbow sherbet 5-gram dab.
I told
Sponsored
him
by Sweet Piece of Glass.
I told him before the show that he kind of fucked up because the terps are what's going to get him. Like, what he should have done was bought a gram of rainbow sherbet and then 4 grams of like THCA powder or ice, or like diamonds or something, but without terps. You add all
would that
the
be cheating?
5 gram. I mean, it will be now, but you put 5 grams of live resin. Like, that's a lot of terps to hit all at once. I am personally looking forward to watching this because unprecedented here.
That's gonna burn.
And
It is
most
gonna
of the
burn.
time when you see people doing like even 1 grammers, but anything more than 1 gram dab, like it's usually pretty awful material. Like there's a reason they're doing it and they have that shitty material that no one like it's not really good for anything else except edibles. So
So
you always-
whereas this, I bought a
you're
gram
actually
for myself
like
later on.
yeah, you're actually buying like top shelf shit or close to, like at least from the picture. We'll see what it looks like and smells like when you actually get it, but
They have been very, very good about their stuff. It looks almost exactly like the picture every single time. They're
Nice.
very good about that. I mean, it's not going to be top shelf, but it's still good shit. I mean,
no,
I
that
smoke
looks
it
good.
myself.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn.
Especially for the price. Like that's
It's gonna hurt.
$20 a gram. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So you, Sweet Piece of Glass sponsored most of it, and I will be sponsoring the last little bit of it.
Hell yeah.
Originally, they did have 6 for 100s in there, which I was going to do that, but they don't have that now, so I just got to pony up that last little bit, which is no issue. I don't mind.
It's all good.
I mean,
it'll be
I am
worth it.
smoking it myself.
It'll be worth it for all these awards Venture's going to give you.
Oh, God. It looks so tasty, but then I think I kind of screwed up by getting myself a gram for later on, because I might not ever want to taste this ever again.
Yeah. That's going to be one of those strains for you that you're just going to be like, "Oh, did you say rainbow shirt?" Oh, no, I'm good. I'm
It's like
good.
those
I'm
people
good.
who got really, really, really sick off Jaeger or something like that,
Yeah.
and now they can't even smell it without puking.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I have an aversion to Jameson because of that.
Ah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll get you.
This next post looks like it got deleted, so I guess we got to be a little quicker on the draw next time. What was it? This was one you put in there, one of the coolest things you've ever seen.
Oh, that got deleted? Shit.
Yeah, removed by the
fuck.
user also, which is kind of sus.
Oh, I remember. Okay, so this guy, he was even a deleted user.
Well, like it says deleted by the user.
No, the user's deleted too.
Oh shit, it is now. Yeah. Okay.
Dude.
Something sus. Can we
I don't
figure
know
out
if I
what
can
it
talk about this now.
Can we-
I remember what it was.
Oh, okay. I was going to try and piece it together by the comments. Trashing the
Go-
environment and possibly exposing children to harmful substances is all I can see here.
So what do you think it was?
Someone doing nitrous?
No.
Whippets? There's a
Was he
balloon.
floating off some dabs with a balloon?
There's balloon
Very,
talk.
very, very, very close. He was floating off some flour with a balloon. He had a bag attached to flour in a string. And
Like
it
a
just
vape
said,
bag? Like a volcano vaporizer bag? Or just like a...
No, like a bag of weed.
Oh.
Like a small bag of like a gram of weed attached to a balloon, and it just said like "Have a good day," and he released it off with a happy birthday balloon. Which I can see that's extremely fucking dangerous, but the meaning behind it was really
Wait,
cool.
say that one more time? Sorry, I was distracted by the member berries.
I don't want to say it again.
He
I
put
feel
the
like-
weed in the balloon?
No, there was a happy birthday balloon with the string hanging down.
Yeah.
On the string hanging down, there was a very small gram bag that
Okay.
he taped to it
Yeah.
that had a note on it that said "Have a good day," and it had like a gram in there.
Oh, and then he just
let
sent it?
go. Yes. He just let it go.
That's pretty dope. I mean, that's up there with
it was
like...
cool as shit, but at the same time, I can understand. It's like
Yeah,
that's not
you
great.
don't...
But
I mean-
the thought behind it of like him trying to do something nice.
I'll tell you what, though. If my kid found that and didn't bring it to me, I'd be pretty pissed. Like, haven't I taught you anything?
You found free weed. You didn't even give it to me.
I know. Come on. I taught you what a ground score was. Shit.
Oh my god.
All right, and let's see. Before we get into the news, my dog is Buddy posted some hidden pastry solventless sauce I picked up last week. That looks nice. I mean, that's like diamonds in sauce, and they're solventless diamonds. That's pretty
Apparently, they so I have seen solventless diamonds before, but usually when I've seen them, they have been like flakes, not like
good. Yeah,
shards.
and that's
like,
just from like scraping it off the paper. Like these are grown in some sort of secondary solvent. But then they're
like
not solventless anymore. So
Well, the solvent bath is just a big old bath of rosin, basically.
What?
They dump it all back. They would basically,
Yeah.
it's mechanical separation. They would dump the THC crystals from the second press back into the jar and wait for that to crystallize again.
So instead
Oh.
of using chemicals to pretty much drop the solubility and having the crystals crash out themselves and collect, they literally just mechanically do it.
I mean, that's
Yeah, it's basically
Kinda the
like from what
same
I've seen,
thing.
they take rosin, they take hash rosin, and they press it a second time.
Yes,
to get
so
lower
that's-
yields, and the terps come out as liquid, and
Yes.
THC powder just stays in there, and they scrape it up.
Yeah, see, that's exactly how I know how to do it.
It seems
is
like a
literally
lot of
taking
work.
rosin again, and you take a really, really extremely fine micron bag, and you press it at a very, very, very low temperature and extremely low, but going to higher pressures, just very, very slowly, and you can actually press out the terpenes. So you can get a terp sauce and THCA diamonds from rosin.
Zamasu
And
says
the, and
that's
the yields are terrible.
he says, but
Yes,
that's
they are.
but that's isolate, lots of tiny diamonds, not big diamonds. But when you take all those tiny diamonds and you push them together, you make one big diamond. I don't know. To
Wait,
me,
what-
looking at
What's
these,
the difference between an isolate and a diamond? That's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
I think isolate is more pure
I
because
think
it's
so
in
too.
powder.
Isolate by
Diamonds,
definition would be like 99%ish.
well, and diamonds can still have some impurities.
Impurities,
in them. But
right.
to me, these just look like regular, like secondary solvent recrystallized diamonds. Like,
Yeah,
they don't
that's
look
exactly
any
what it looks
different.
like to me. It's like
so.
huge crystal shards.
And how would you know the difference?
I don't know.
If I had a bag of diamonds from K Jewelers, and then I had a bag of rosin grown solventless diamonds, and then I had a bag of BHO diamonds.
So usually, like I said, the rosin diamonds you would tell because they're usually going to be a lot more flaky. But because that's just from what I've seen. Maybe they found a different way to do it.
$84 a gram?
Oh my god.
See, I don't understand why do all that when you can just dab the rosin itself.
That just
Well,
Which
that-
already is really low yields.
Yeah.
Right, it is. Rosin is usually 25% yields on a good day.
I mean, why don't you just scrape that all into a jar of pentane and fucking like recrystallize it? I don't know.
Well, to be fair,
I know it's solvent. I know. Water's a solvent, so are terpenes. Fuck you.
yes. So technically speaking, everything got fucked. So if you're making live rosin, technically, and it has been done by a solvent, water, eat my balls, solventless bitches.
Eastern Dank says Rosin boys trying to play with the solvent market.
Pretty much.
You go
It's
back
all-
to your corner with your
it's a lot of
vegan
hype.
bitch friends.
But there is a difference in taste between like BHO resin and rosin. I mean, they're a little bit. I'm not saying that one
There
is
is,
better than
because
the other.
there's some compounds that you lose, like in the BHO process, that you wouldn't lose in when you're just pressing, like esters.
Well,
Like, that's-
there's a difference in taste. Like sometimes I don't really like the rosin taste too much more. I like the BHO clean, like kind of terpy taste. Whereas the rosin has like that almost, like I don't even want to say fats and lipids because that I hate that when people say that bullshit. But at the same time, it almost has that like kind of more.
Like, have you ever dabbed
and
fats and
fatty-
lipids?
yeah,
Do you even
like
know what they
teeth.
taste like? Like, shut the fuck up. Just because
I'll
it's...
eat my balls.
Are you talking also flour rosin or like
Flour
hash
rosin, yes.
rosin? Because flour rosin's fucking disgusting. I'll
No,
say
I'm
it.
talking
Like, that
flour
shit's
rosin.
nasty. Like, I don't know how y'all dab that shit. But like hash
I
rosin,
love flour rosin.
Really?
It is very, very tasty sometimes.
I'm sure it can be.
Sometimes it's not.
I would say more times than not. it's not good, at least in the shops I've seen. Which is a very
Hash rosin
small
is
cross section of the
different, though.
market. Well, right, because then you've already removed all of that waste material, basically. That's just gonna
Pretty
fuck
much,
up
yeah.
your shit. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty cool if that's what it is. I feel like it's still recrystallized in solvent. Like,
Having it crash out of solution, yeah, it does. It looks way too much like a crystalline form structure to be like
Yeah.
that.
but who knows? You never know, I suppose.
I would love to see it done if it wasn't.
Yeah. I'd love
Be cool.
to try some that aren't $84 a gram. Oh, baby, ketamine
So what do we got
ain't
for
even that
in the
expensive.
news?
Let's see. Eastern Dink posted this up. Maine's recreational marijuana market opens on Friday. Of course, the retailer's saying that's going to take some time to ramp up. And we've seen this in pretty much every state that's gone rec. It's like
Absolutely.
only a few are like ballsy enough to get a head start and hope that they don't get an inspection before everyone's like, okay, now you can start growing. Even though
Dude,
stores
even
are already
Michigan's not going
open.
yet.
And like, how do you have weed to sell if nobody's growing the weed? Like, what
Yep.
are we doing here?
Yeah, no, even Michigan's still like very weird on the recreational side.
And that's
like,
what-
not everybody's selling recreational because nobody wants to fucking do
Right.
it first.
Yeah.
But once everybody starts going at it, you know it's just going to be a fucking flood.
And I mean, if you ask me, that's like perfect use case for that thing we talked about, I think last week or the week beforehand, about the interstate bill being able to have a state that has an excess amount do business with another state that like is just starting out or doesn't have any. It's like perfect,
That would be great.
perfect
but then
problem
we would
solved.
need federal regulations, I
Well,
think.
right. Or less federal regulations, but yes.
Yes, but we would need the federal ban to come up, which I'm not saying isn't a bad idea.
No,
Maybe
it'll
we
happen.
should take a look at it.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It will. I remember back when I like first started smoking when I was younger, dude. Do you remember this too? Like when it was the thought of prohibition ending was like, I can only hope and dream.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot
And
of us
now
didn't
it's
really
like
think
actually
we'd
becoming a thing.
a lot of us didn't think we'd see that in our lifetimes, for sure.
I really hoped that I would. I said I hope that I see this happen in my lifetime, and then now all of a sudden it's actually fucking happening.
Yeah. Brandon Pollock is the chief executive of Theory Wellness, which operates a handful of dispensaries in Massachusetts and is set to open one near the main mall in South Portland. He spoke with Morning Edition host Erwin Gratz about some of the issues facing marijuana retailers ahead of Friday openings day. And we'll throw a link to this. You can read the interview if you want, but basically a lot of the same stuff that we've been talking about. It's just like, there's no no weed. Similar to many new market supplies challenging as we launch our sales on Friday, he says there's a transfer process in place where we can purchase some plant material from the medical caregiver market, but it is a little logistically complicated to do so. Cultivation facilities do need a couple more months to fully ramp up their operations. So I expect to the first couple months there will be some limits on products. There may be some product categories that customers don't have access to initially, but it's only going to get better from here. And that's kind of par for the course for a new market. So
Yep, but at the same time, it has to start somewhere.
Yeah,
so
no, that's
you
awesome.
Might as well let it get started.
Yep, that's super awesome.
Just take some time, and then you'll be there eventually, and be like California, getting your doors kicked in for nothing.
Only some of you.
Only some of you, only the biggest of you.
Yeah, I think out of all of them, I feel like I've said this before, but I think out of all of the rec states that I've actually seen, like first person, I think Oregon has done it the most correctly as far as like being able to grow your own if you want to, being able to buy it in the store if you want to, being able to keep your medical if you want to. Washington didn't really let you do that. California obviously didn't really let you do that. Maybe a little bit, but not really.
Michigan did pretty well on it. Like I can have my medical plants because I'm a medical patient, and because it's now recreationally legal, I can have my rec plants as well.
Yeah,
and since
that's
I
cool.
do grow,
Homegrow
I
is
can-
like huge. Even if you don't want to do it, like that should always be an option. You should never have a state that sells weed in the store recreationally but doesn't let you grow it at home. Like that seems
Right.
like the weirdest thing to me.
Right. Which, I mean, it is a lot harder than people think it is. Like, don't get me wrong. So it's not like everybody can freaking grow great in their backyard.
Yeah, but if they
You can
want to,
grow
let
with
'em.
some decent, good outdoor stuff that's going to be okay, but you're going to want that higher quality
Yeah,
stuff that
it's-
somebody's growing.
Especially when
Or-
it rains in all of your shit molds because you didn't
That
get it out of
happens.
the rain in time. That happened last week.
Oh, no!
No, not me. I don't grow, but it
I have an
definitely-
outdoor buddy
it
who
happened here.
has been dealing with the rains in Michigan a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's starting to. And with outdoor, you have to deal with bud rot. That's just the thing. However, with like my indoor medical personal grow, I've never seen bud rot ever in mine.
Well, yeah, you control the humidity. You're not like looking outside and being like, well, it's feeling like rain. I don't know. Also, Vermont legalizing marijuana sales. The governor there, Phil Scott, said on Wednesday he announced he'll allow a marijuana sales legalization bill passed by the legislature to take effect. Vermont previously legalized marijuana possession and growing. Good job, Vermont. The latest
job.
bill allows and builds a commercialized tax and regulate system similar to other legalization states.
So I have a question.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah, I know it's dangerous when I think.
What's up?
If every single state legalizes medical and recreational marijuana, does it then become federally legal?
I think it would almost have to. I don't even think you would need all of them. You just need a majority, right? Over 25?
Yeah, I think so.
But that's not to say that it's going to be recognized as
But, like,
legal.
I'm just saying, like, if all of the states happen to just
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
yep, it's all legal, would the federal government have to be like, okay, it's legal?
Well, yeah, in a perfect world, because the federal government is just there to collect the will of each state and kind of amplify that when they need to in like an overarching kind of policy. But like, that's not in practice what actually ends up happening.
So, like,
Unfortunately.
how does this make sense? I don't
Yeah.
like.
None of it makes sense.
That's kind of like I don't want to get into politics too much. I just don't like the electoral college.
Yeah,
To
it
say the
is.
least.
I don't. Voting is this whole thing.
Voting is weird.
The whole thing's messed up. I'll just say that. And I really appreciate every goddamn fucking app that I use reminding me. Like,
No shit, right?
what? When
Zam
did that?
says, I can't wait for the day I can take a dab on a plane, and I fucking agree. Join that Mile High Club.
Whip out the torch. Pressurize fucking can.
It's okay, guys.
No.
I'm a medical
It's
patient.
You just sit in the smoking section, and they have e-nails hooked up to the wall,
Okay.
Yeah, that
and
will.
then they have like a whole
this ain't
like, metal
soul
tray
plane,
area,
dog.
so it's all safe and everything like that.
This ain't soul plane, dog. That ain't never gonna happen. We could
It's so pain.
we could
You
charter.
just recently watched that.
No, I've seen it when I was younger, like when it came out. It's just a reference I always keep handy
Is
because Soul
that
Plane
Snoop
is
Dogg?
dope. Yeah.
That's Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god. So for movie night, should we stream Soul Plane tonight?
Oh, we might need to. That's good
That's
shit.
awesome.
But yeah, I just
Oh my god.
unless you
Deja posted the plane just bouncing.
unless you charter a plane, like we could all get together. There's enough of us in here. We could like charter a fucking plane from somewhere to somewhere else, and then you could probably dab if the pilots and like maybe the owner of the thing was like cool. But like just getting on a Delta or like United, I don't really ever see that happening.
hit the call button.
Which isn't to say-
waitress, I need some Q-tips.
It's not to say people haven't. Like I'm sure people rip carts all the fucking time on the plane. But as far as like a rig and a torch and all that, because I mean they used to have
Sam-
ashtrays in the thing, you know.
Zam says, "Who will be the first person to take a dab on the moon?"
Elon
And
Musk, yeah,
Eastern Tank said
Duh.
directly after Elon.
Duh, bro. Elon Musk. Or whoever the poor schmuck was that got jammed into that spacesuit that's in the Tesla that's flying around Mars right now. You know there's a body in there. The governor's decision, finish this up, makes Vermont the 11th state to legalize marijuana sales for recreational purposes. A decade ago, 0 states had done so. Several other states, including New Jersey and Arizona, will vote on legalization this November. So,
Wow. So we're getting close to hitting that halfway mark.
yeah.
Yeah. And then to the federal government going, no, we still don't give a shit.
Nope. Oh, you want 30% tax on that? Sure. 40%? Keep talking. Keep talking.
60%.
60%. What do you mean only 60%?
75%?
All right, fine. 90%, and we'll call it a day.
All right, I'm not moving an inch past 95%, and then we're calling it a night.
Only 102%. That's not much
Swear to God.
ask.
Swear to God, that's it. All right, 106. Then we're done.
I thought this was kind of interesting. Police, and I don't know if this is true or not, just some I read on the internet. Police have arrested more people for weed last year than all violent crime combined. Is that true?
According to FBI data.
That's the data. I mean, they would be the ones that knew.
This is the world that we live in.
The FBI has recently released their uniform crime report and revealed more people were arrested for cannabis last year than for all the violent crimes put together. The data shows that law enforcement arrested 545,602 people for, quote, cannabis-related crimes in 2019. For perspective, the arrest rate for cannabis is 9% higher than the 495,871 people arrested for engaging in violent crimes. To be clear, they say these are by and large not dealers being arrested, but everyday consumers of the plant. The overwhelming majority of those arrested, a whopping 92%, were arrested for possession. Even if you backed out the 40,000-ish people arrested for trafficking, the 500,000 cannabis possession arrests still exceed violent crime arrests.
I was gonna say, like, if we don't know the number of dealers, there cannot be a shit ton of dealers out there. There's not enough people to fucking buy it. It obviously has to be part of the consuming market to be that high of a number, and they just said it right there. If you take out the 40K people-ish who are arrested for trafficking, it's still higher than the violent.
Yeah. And if you look at it from like a civil kind of societal perspective, like, is that how you want your numbers to skew?
So I would like to divulge a little bit of personal information. I have went to jail one time. Would anybody like to guess what I went to jail for?
Oh, I bet it had to do with drinking.
Nope.
No? Oh, damn. Zam says peeing in public?
Drugs. Pot.
Damn.
Just pot.
Damn.
To be completely exact, it was 2 joints under a quarter.
Damn, you're rolling some skimpy joints, bro.
Fuck you. But
that's fucked up. What happened? Now you gotta tell us the story. You can't just be like, "Oh yeah, I went to jail for weed," and then like not.
I was younger, and I was over at a buddy's house, and it was late, which was the fucking issue. And this was before weed was I think it was just starting to become medically legal, but
Yeah.
I was not a patient.
But not
yet.
for you. Yeah.
And I was over at a buddy's house, and his parents obviously weren't okay with it, but I went and dropped him off, and we decided to sit there and smoke a bowl in the car real quick. So we smoked one, and I went to go drive home, and there was 2 cops sitting there talking on the street, and they see me drive by late at night, and what else do you think they're going to do but come see what's up?
Yeah.
So they said I had a dirty license plate, and
Did you ask them to wipe it off for you?
No. They got out to the window, and they're like, so I smell it. So where is it?
Well, sir, by the rules of the game, whoever smelt it dealt it. Have a good day, sir. And then just skirt off. Sorry. That's crazy. And then they just like searched your car and all that shit.
Yeah, they searched it and then found it and took me to jail.
Damn. Did you pass go?
I did not pass go.
Did you collect $200?
I did not collect $200.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate.
Eastern Dengas, is your mom mad? Was your mom mad?
Yeah.
Oh, your mom
They
was
were mad.
pissed, right?
Yes, they were all mad.
Okay. I know we got to wrap this up. I was going to do a real quick search and seizure. The smell, much like in your case, kind of did him in. He was in a Beamer. Were you in a Beamer?
I was not. I was in a Cougar.
Oh, those are kind of cool, depending on.
No,
this was
it wasn't cool.
Staten Island. 23-year-old Mariners Harbor man was arrested Thursday after police found a gun, weed, and a cocaine in his car. They observed him in the vicinity of this place, I'm not going to name, around midnight while he was smoking weed, while seated in the driver's side of his black Beamer. He had in the car a loaded Glock 22, 40 caliber handgun between the driver's seat and the center console. Bro. Police recovered marijuana cigarettes in the center console, vacuum-sealed bag with more than an ounce of weed, and a weed grinder in the back seat. And an undisclosed quantity of cocaine. Yeah.
Not good.
Several charges he's facing, including criminal possession of loaded firearm, criminal possession of controlled substance, and unlawful possession of the weed. So, put your guns away, especially with the cocaine and the weed.
One crime at a time.
Yep.
So you ready for our boosters this week, Matthew?
All right. Who are the boosters this week?
The boosters are myself, yourself, Eastern Dank Zam, Nilthi, OG, Robin Cars, Diamond, Big Moser, Ace of Spades, DIY Dabs, Freeman, King Cord Dabs, Shorn Cornery, Turpin Derp, and Vampire Snoop, aka Swipe Rat.
Turpin Derp. Such great names. I love that shit. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. We'll see you back here next Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Definitely check out the website, hotbox.earth. Check out the subreddit, r/dabs over there on reddit.com. And come hang out in the Discord. And we'll probably be doing
Do
a
we
jam.
not need a disclaimer of the show?
No, we're not.
No,
we good tonight.
First show, no disclaimer.
We good tonight.
Hey.
And we might do a jam hole episode this evening also. So come by for that if you're bored. Listen to a little shit talking. All right, y'all. Have a great day, and we'll catch you later.
Later, guys. Thanks for watching.
In the darkest of times, when the phoenix arises out of the ashes like some burned up papyrus, open the sarcophagus and release the virus. Got a lump in your throat like tonsillitis. When the flags go up like everyone is righteous, spending government checks, sniffing up the white dust. The previous generation wants to be just like us. Fuck that shit, I'm trying to be like Mike was. Drop the bias and you might survive this. The mummy coming through to remind your highness. I might just buy up my own fucking island, build a little bunker, then wait for the timer. Count down to 0, day exploiting. Every exploit in your internet sex toys, intermittent vibrations through the ether. Did you just come? Me either. If you look at the bright side, we're lost at the right time, blindly following stars in the night sky. Part of me might ride away with the prize fight, man versus everything else until the time's right. Unleash the Kraken. No wait, that was crack. Fuck now, everybody feeling all amped up, fucking like bunnies to the national anthem. Ugly little shits eating up all our rhythm, mishandling the captions. Who has the answer? Holding our attention for ransom. Fed up with all the red tape and the boring template, like it matters if it's a blue or red state. Charged every month and we can't even cancel. Feeling distressed? Fuck it, kill the damsel. Fuck yeah, spread it like we're on some undead shit and pass the bitch around like a meme from Reddit.
In the beginning, it was suggested that the mortality rate would be 5% and the numbers are so much higher.
We're not ready for the next epidemic.
And so if your oxygen level falls too low and it cannot be kept up with just what we call nasal cannulas or rebreathing oxygen masks, if you can't get enough oxygen from that, then they will intubate the patient.